Okay, there's a new design trend that's blowing up right now, and this trend can be combined with pretty much any niche, holiday, or special occasion. That trend is faux patchwork designs like this best-selling sweatshirt that sold 11 times in the last 24 hours and it's only 1 month old. Many designs like these are selling very well right now, particularly on t-shirts and sweatshirts. So let's first do research to find best sellers that you can use as inspiration to create original designs for your niche. Second, we'll break down viral elements that many of the best sellers have in common. And third, I'll walk you through a full step-by-step tutorial on how to quickly and easily create a faux patchwork shirt, including a super cool hack that a lot of people don't know about, so you can capitalize on this trend to make more sales and grow your brand. Also, be sure to watch until the end for a bonus tip. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Adrian, a self-employed entrepreneur who's generated multiple millions in sales across 2 apparel brands, and I help people make money online with Shopify and print on demand. My goal is to create the most positive and supportive community of print on demand sellers here on YouTube. So if that's you, join us by subscribing and interacting in the comments. Starting with step 1, let's conduct design research. This way, we can find best sellers that you can use as inspiration to create original designs for your niche. To do this, I'm gonna hop into Etsy, which is one of my favorite places for product and design research. And I'm just gonna start by searching the term faux patchwork. When I run that search, we can see a bunch of faux patchwork style designs on a bunch of apparel products, a lot of t-shirts and sweatshirts, and across a number of different niches. But also pay attention to how new most of these are. This design in the marine biologist niche is only 2 months old. This one in the teacher niche is only 2 months old. This one in the Labrador retriever niche is only 1 month old. We've got some holidays and special occasions like this Christmas design that's 3 months old. We've got these 4 Valentine's inspired designs that are all 1 month old. We've got this silly goose design that's 1 month old, cat design that's 1 month old, wiener dog design that's 1 month old, Christian design that's 1 month old. I think you get the idea. But let's dig deeper on a few of these designs. Here we can see that this Valentine's Day sweatshirt is currently in 19 carts. It's only 1 month old. In fact, it's so new that the Everbee sales data hasn't even populated. This patchwork cat t-shirt is currently in over 20 carts and it's only 1 month old. This Christmas sweatshirt is currently in over 20 carts and it's 3 months old. When I analyze this listing using Everbee, we can see that it's estimated to have made 92 sales in the month of December and brought in $3,400 in revenue. Obviously, now that Christmas is past, the growth rate has plummeted, which we can see reflected here. But if we look at the all-time view, we can see that this sweatshirt had a pretty good run with an estimated 113 sales and $4,100 in revenue. Check out that graph leading up to the month of December. Here's another patchwork sweatshirt with the bestseller badge. It's only got 5 views in the last 24 hours, which makes sense because Christmas is past. But check this out. It's only 2 months old and it's estimated to have made 152 sales in the month of December. When I analyze this listing, we can see the December sales here. And check this out. There was a little sales spike after Christmas. If we look at the all-time view, we can see that in the 2 months it was listed, it was estimated to have made 168 sales and brought in $5,000 in revenue. And look at this sales curve leading up to Christmas. Up and to the right, which is exactly what you want to see. Christmas is over, so sales for those last 2 designs are probably going to continue declining. But remember, success leaves clues. If a faux patchwork design like this sold really well for Christmas, this trend would and currently is carrying over into other special occasions and holidays. And that's exactly what we see here. Valentine's Day is the first big shopping occasion after Christmas, so we see a bunch of Valentine's Day faux patchwork designs. Like this bestseller that sold 11 times in 24 hours, it's only 1 month old. Now that we've researched and analyzed a bunch of faux patchwork shirts, let's reverse engineer the virality of this heart sweatshirt to identify some common elements that this one and other designs have in common that are contributing to their sales success. First, they're capitalizing on Valentine's Day, an upcoming shopping occasion that many people are currently shopping for. Second, the featured color is a blue sweatshirt, which is a really trendy color in 2026, and which contrasts well with the bright design to really make it pop. Third, it's featured on a Gildan 18,000 sweatshirt, which is a really trendy style. Fourth, they're using a trendy flat lay mockup that they purchased from Etsy. And fifth, the faux patchwork design looks textured and very realistic. That actually leads me to a word of caution. If you're gonna sell faux patchwork designs in your shop, make it very clear that this is a faux design and not a real patchwork design. If you don't make this very clear, it could lead to a poor shopper experience and unhappy customers. For example, if we look at reviews of this sweatshirt here, we can see that 70% of customers gave this a 5-star review, meaning overall, most customers are happy with their purchase. else. However, some customers clearly thought this was a real patchwork design. Here we can see that this customer says, I didn't read the description close enough, so it wasn't what I expected. And this 1-star review says the photo is very deceiving. It looks so much like a quilted heart. People shop with their eyes. So there's a good chance, even if you put it in the description, they might not see it. I definitely still recommend putting the word faux in the title, the description, but maybe also even one of the images. This seller did actually state that it is a faux patchwork design right here in the title, and they put it here right at the top of the description. They may have written that in after they got the 1-star review, but it's really good that they included that. And overall, it seems that most customers are happy with their purchase and were aware that it was a faux patchwork design. Okay, now that we know faux patchwork shirts are trending and we've seen lots of sales validation, let's create a shirt for this trend in 2 steps. Step 1, let's create a design. To do this, I'm gonna hop into Kittl. Now there are actually multiple ways that you can create for this trend in Kittl, but I'm gonna show you a quick and easy Kittl hack that a lot of people don't know about. So the first thing I'm gonna do is tap New Project. I'm gonna create a custom artboard that's 5,000 by 5,000 pixels and 300 DPI. From here, I can start with a Kittl design template. I can use the built-in AI to create a design for me with a single prompt, or I can create a design from scratch. And I'm actually gonna blend 2 of those options to create a faux patchwork design for the nurse niche. In Kittl, I'll tap Text, Add Headline, and I'm gonna expand this so it's a lot bigger. Let's center it. I'm gonna change what it says here to nurse. And I wanna change this text style to add a block font so that the faux patchwork design is really prominent. So under text style, I'm gonna change Roboto to one of my favorite and trendy fonts. It's called University. Let's add an arch to this. So I'm just gonna tap Transformation, select Arch, and then here we can adjust the arch curve. I'll set it at 15 and press Confirm. Now let's go ahead and expand this text, and I'm gonna make it centered. Next, I wanna provide Kittl an example of a faux patchwork design as pattern and texture inspiration. So in Kittl, I'll start by creating a new artboard by tapping Artboard. I'll click with my mouse and expand. On the right-hand side, I'm just gonna change the dimensions so it's the same size as the other artboard. I really like the heart design that we analyzed earlier, and more importantly, it's a bestseller. So clearly buyers like it as well. And I think that a patchwork design like that would look really good blended with the word nurse. So that's what I'm gonna do. Back in Etsy, I'm just gonna zoom in on this design, take a screenshot of the heart, and here's where the magic happens. In Kittl, I'm gonna drag that heart design onto the blank artboard. I'll expand the design and tap Remove Background. I'm gonna select the nurse artboard, tap the smartboard option, and then I'm gonna select the heart artboard, and notice this little purple dot here. I'm gonna click that and drag it to the smartboard. And now we can see by these arrows that both artboards are connected to this smartboard. So I'll tap the smartboard, and I'm gonna change the model from Nano Banana to Seedream 4.5. Seedream is really good for creating photorealistic designs like that faux patchwork heart. And now I can add a prompt. I put apply a realistic patchwork design to the word nurse similar to the heart photo. Make the patches look realistic in 3D using the same colors and texture. I'll tap generate, and check this out. This is the first design that it created from that exact prompt. I actually really like this design, but AI isn't perfect. And many times it won't look exactly how you want it to look after the first prompt. So if you want to make any changes to the design, just tap smartboard. You can select the prompt at the bottom. And then from here, you can either tap generate again, or you can add another smartboard to this smartboard and then input a prompt to have it improve on this design. Once you're happy with your design, you want to export it as a high quality image for printing. To do this, make sure the smartboard is selected and tap convert to image. That'll create what looks like a duplicate. I'll then create a new artboard, and I'm going to drag the image onto that artboard. I'll tap remove background. That also got rid of the gray shadows around the letters that I didn't want on the actual design. Next, I'm going to select upscale to improve the quality of the design to ensure that it doesn't look blurry or pixelated when it's printed. Now the design is downloaded and ready to be added to print on demand products. To do that, I'll tap export. I'll select just the design file that I want to add to products and download it as a PNG file with a transparent background. Now we can add this design to print on demand products. We can add it to trendy mockups, or if you want to save time by doing everything in one place, we can actually create our own mockups in Kittl. Let me show you what that looks like. In Kittl, I'm going to select my artboard and tap mockup. This will pull up a default mockup with the design. And on the left, it'll pull up a bunch of other mockups. So let's say I want to add this to a sweatshirt. You can just search sweatshirt and then find a mockup that you like. I really like this flat lay here. Once selected, I can adjust the sizing and the placement of the design on the mockup. I can also adjust the transparency of the design by using the slider. From this mockup, I could actually add another smartboard to make changes to things like the background of this image. And I can make the actual mockup sweatshirt the exact color I want. For example, let's say in Printify, I want to put this design on a light pink Gildan 18,000 sweatshirt. If I just scroll over the color, it'll give me the exact color code. So for this light pink color, it's FEE0EB. Now in Kittl, I can just duplicate this artboard. I'll change the background color to the exact pink color. Tap mockup, select the same mockup as before, and place the design in the same spot. Now we have a super realistic mockup for that pink color. And I can actually keep creating mockups all within Kittl. So let's say I want to create a mockup with an actual human wearing the shirt. I'll select the design, tap mockup, find a mockup that I like. I'll go with this studio mockup, adjust the placement or sizing of the design, and check this out. How good does this look? And if you have trendy mockups that you want to use that aren't in Kittl, you can also add those here as well. I created a new artboard and dragged in this mockup that I purchased from Etsy. I'll then just select the design, tap duplicate, drag it over the mockup, adjust the sizing and the placement. I'll adjust the transparency, rotate it slightly. And just like that, we have 4 beautiful mockups to use in our listing. Now I can just tap export. I'll select the 4 mockups and download them as JPEGs. By the way, you can try Kittl for free by clicking the link below, or get 25% off an upgraded plan with code AdrianYT. I've also included links to all of my favorite print-on-demand tools, along with any free trials, discounts, or special offers. Thank you for using any of those links. Sponsors and affiliates support this channel at no extra cost to you and allow me to create more free content like this, which I hope you're finding super valuable. Step 2, let's add our design to a trendy sweatshirt. To do that, I'm going to use Printify. This is one of my favorite POD companies because it has over 1,000 products to sell, low production costs, and production partners all around the world. You can try Printify for free by clicking the link below and get 15% off your first order with code Adrian15. In Printify, I'm just going to select catalog, and then under women's clothing, I'm going to select sweatshirts. I'll select the Gildan 18,000. From the editor, the first thing I want to do is make my color selection. So I'm going to go ahead and tap Edit Tools, select Variants, and then I'm going to go find that light pink color, which I created mockups for. I'll select that. I'll drag my design onto the mockup. From here, I can adjust the sizing and the placement. Tap Preview. Here, I can see a realistic looking mockup of the shirt. Here's how it looks in white. If you're happy with everything, tap Save Product. Here in the mockup library, you can see all the different mockups provided by Printify. You can upload your own, or if you have a Placeit account, you can create Placeit mockups. I've gone ahead and uploaded the mockups that I created in Kittl here in Printify. Lastly, I'd fill out the listing details and have Printify publish this to my Shopify store or whichever platform you're selling on. And now for the bonus tip. These faux designs are not only popular with patchwork. There are other types of faux effects that are currently trending. So you don't just have to limit yourself to patchwork. For example, this best-selling t-shirt is only 1 month old and currently in over 20 carts, and has a faux yarn design. This best-selling sweatshirt is estimated to have made 100 sales in December. It's only 2 months old, and it's a faux chenille design. This best-selling nutcracker sweatshirt has a faux sequin design, and this best-selling t-shirt has a faux crochet design. If you're enjoying these design trend videos and you want to see more like this, comment the word trends below so I know to keep them coming. Also, I've included a bunch of free resources which you can find below, including a link to my podcast called the Print on Demand Podcast, where I teach sales and marketing strategies to make money online with Shopify and print on demand.